Hello, Mark Crossfield here. More questions coming at you through the Q&A Ask Golf Guru Q&A app for Android and iPhone. Different to the other app. I've got two channels. This is the Q&A channel you're on, guys. More questions coming at you. Quick fire questions and answers. Let's get stuck in. Right, guys, question here. In my setup, I know the ball position in relationship to where between your feet, but how do you consistently and correctly set up the distance from the ball? I feel like I get some fat, some thin shots from some, and sometimes some draws and fades because my swing is changing to make contact with the ball. Is there a method to set up with good distance from the ball, or how do you maintain the correct distance from the ball? Okay, interesting question. I like this question. It's a common question with amateurs. And if only golf was as simple as just setting up the right distance from the ball. The shots you are mentioning, I can't guarantee you, but I'm pretty certain are not going to be coming from your distance from the ball, even though most amateurs feel that is. They feel like if the variables are there, it must be because they're standing in a different position each time, because they feel like they're doing exactly the same thing. You've got to remember, when you hit a golf shot, the club face is permanently opening and closing. It's permanently rotating. The club path is never travelling straight. It's always travelling on some kind of a curve. So left and right, as well as moving down and up. So it's permanently moving. To add into all those permanent movements, you've also got strike. If you strike the ball from the toe to from the heel, you could make the identical swing, paths and face and everything, distance from the ball. But if you strike that ball in different positions, heel to the toe, high to the bottom, you're going to get different spins. So look, distance from the ball, a couple of simple things you can do. Stand to your club, I do a lot with students. So when the club is set on the ground, so with the club laying flat on the ground, so not too toe end up or heel ended up, you want to then just put your hands onto that club, and you're looking then for your arms to hang under your shoulders. So that's a good, so you're working out how far away you stand from the end of the club rather than how far away you stand from the ball with each club. That is the simplest way for you to get an approximate distance away from the ball. But the moral of this question for me is not to answer that part, because I think that part's missing the point. The point for you is understanding where these inconsistencies have come from. You want to start monitoring strike. If you put a bit of face tape on your club, go to the practice range and see where you're striking it. If that strike is varied, certainly with drivers, iron as well, but more so with drivers, then your shots are going to move in different spins, different directions, subject to where you're hitting that ball on that face. That's going to be a bigger denominator than you standing half a centimetre further away than one where you stood as half a centimetre closer. So it's more about trying to identify the problem. For me, the question, and this question, I get this question a lot, and I do it in lessons with people, and I ask them to stand further back, stand closer, and just move their stance around. It does affect their strike a little bit because they feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't really affect their path and their face that much, which is what they think is causing those spins. So if you, next time you go and practice, try and stand to the club a little bit more, like I just said, but try and monitor strike. Look at where you're hitting on the ball. Mark the face. Put a mark on the ball which marks the face, or put some tape on the... You can buy face tapes from good pro shops, and look where you're hitting the ball on the face. If that is varied, go and get a lesson and try and work out some ways of getting that strike a little bit more consistent, because that is where you're going to be getting your fats and fins and slices and jaws and so on and so forth, much more through that quality of strike than your path changing. Give an example. I very rarely, if ever, can remember doing a lesson where someone's hitting into out swings with a closed face to path, so draw spins, and then the next shot they're out to in with an open face to path, kind of cutty spins. They're always following a pattern of always into out, or always out to in, or always down, or always up, or always near the toe, or always near the heel, those kind of things. They're not changing their path from shot to shot as you guys think you are. It's much more down to that strike. Thanks for buying the app. Thanks for posting the question. Hope this helps. Let me know how you get on. Speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.